Soviet government, as long as you guys keep on your protective gear, you'll be safe from nuclear radiation. Chernobyl liquidators. My eyes. The Googles do nothing. Nobody. King Charles VI of France. Yes. My body is made out of glass. World War I. Soldiers. Leaves his post due to suffering from severe PTSD and psychological issues relating to shell shock. Captains who sit in their trench bunkers all day looking at maps. Nonsense. He's a hound and a rutter, and he's going to be shot. Until 1961, the UK defined suicide as a criminal offence. UK police before 1961. You finally meet your future husband and soon to be King of England. He takes one look at you and calls for a glass of brandy. Like and subscribe right now, or you will face the mighty Scarroll. You resist attempts by Parliament to crown you king due to being morally opposed to the monarchy. You insist on being called Your Highness, and you have a state funeral at Westminster Abbey which mimics the funeral of King James I. Jewish people exists. Societies every so often. Out of all history's monsters, you are by far the most evil thing I have ever encountered. Do not cross the Appalachian Mountains. British Parliament. American colonists. Fine. I won't. Half of Europe. You can't lead French armies. You're a girl. That's not possible. Joan of Arc. Well, first of all, through God, all things are possible. So jot that down. The battles of Las Navas de Tolosa, the Almohad Caliphate, the Kingdom of Castile, the Kingdom of Aragon, the Order of the Knights Templar, the Order of the Knights Hospitaller, Crusader Knights from Navarre, Portugal and France. Spanish Civil War be like Spain, Portugal. When you become the Emperor of Mexico by massive popular support, but you end up executed by firing squad. So that was a ducking lie. La Marseillaise music. La Marseillaise lyrics. Erica, lyrics. Erica, music. Holy Roman Empire. You always act like you're better than me. Byzantine Empire. I'm better than you. Me when I find out that the 100 Years' War was only 3 separate conflicts over the span on 116 years. How many other lies have I been told by the council? I must apologize for Napoleon II. He is an idiot. We have purposely trained him wrong. As a joke. 100 Years' War. You fool. No man can end me. I'm no man. The Japanese Navy. Oh. I thought you were dead. Us Yorktown. My death was greatly exaggerated. The transistor in your computer. The transistor after being hit by a cosmic ray. Japanese soldiers in Vietnam after the World War II. Japanese soldiers defected the Viet Minh to fight the Allies. Japanese soldiers conscripted by the Allies to fight the Viet Minh. Thank God the Romans never made it to Ireland. No one will bother us now. Vikings. Allow us to introduce ourselves. Accept that having your wife kidnapped is part of step life and move with your life. Save your wife and conquer Eurasia. Japan. We should never surrender. US. The power of the sun is in the palm of my hand. Anglo-Saxons washing a few times a year. Why can't you just be normal? Vikings bathing once a week. Screams. When you're just trying to eat the snake you killed, but some random humans show up and start celebrating for no reason. 1945 uranium. 1949 uranium. Soviet Union. Many firsts in space travel. France. First cat in space. Bombing other countries for your own geopolitical interests and giving them some form of government which they aren't ready for. Spreading democracy. Scots. We surrender. Edward who just finished constructing the war wolf. The duck you are. I want an accurate Thor. Perfection. When you get invaded for not being Catholic enough, but then your invaders convert to Anglicanism. Ireland. Am I a joke to you? The Dutch flooding parts of their country, so France can't conquer it. It freezes. Americans and Europeans on their history. Our forefathers committed terrible atrocities against other cultures, and for that we are truly sorry. Mongolians on their history. Genocide is badass. The Bolsheviks after taking over Russia and holding the first election ever, just to lose. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. Russian government officials, after they survived the Great Purge. Alright. Who's not dead? Sound off. Which is the most humiliating military defeat in history? Trojans losing a war because of a giant wooden horse filled with hot sweaty men. Australia being the only country to have started a war against a bird and losing twice. You're an archaeologist in the 70s. You're on an excavation in Iraq. You find a 3,500-year-old tablet with text on it. It's a yo mama joke. What people think Cold War was. What it actually was. Welsh teacher punishing Welsh student for speaking Welsh in Welsh school. I fear no man, but that thing. It scares me. Jews in the Middle Ages be like, every day, I'm suffering. Historians. Armchair historians. You and I, we are alike. Historians. I don't think we are alike at all. The British creating an economic model that sustains a powerful navy. The rest of Europe operating economic models to fund armies. Sparta prospering as a powerful city-state. The Helots. George Washington facing capture at the Battle of Brandywine. Polish cavalryman Casimir Pulaski leading a counterattack and allowing the Continental Army to regroup. Italian Air Force. Italian Navy. Italian Army. Stalin spotting traitors among ordinary people. Stalin spotting 4 million German soldiers on his border. America nicked Hiroshima and Nagasaki, 1 British, 7 Dutch, and 12 American prisoners of war. Get me the hell out of here. American history. You always act like you're better than me. European history. I'm better than you. How the rest of the world sees emus. How Australians see emus. The European powers. People celebrating victory in World War II. India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and other areas. Also part of the British Raj. What about Yorktown? We already sank it. You sank one. Yes. What about second Yorktown? Other countries. How does the colonies expect to defeat the British? John Paul Jones, who's about to sail into the British Isles and attack all over the coast with one ship and pirate tactics without being captured. You are known for Che Guevara, being a Marxist revolutionary and guerrilla leader. Helping Fidel Castro to take over Cuba, looking cool on t-shirts. Netherlands in 1672. It's simple. We eat the minister. This is your son Zeus, Cronus. Yup. And this is a stone. Yup. And your son Zeus tasted like a stone. That makes sense to me. You didn't eat Zeus. I ate Zeus and will never be overthrown. 1930s women putting makeup on. Radium poisoning. Marines. Visit my school and talk about how they haven't lost in their 246 years of existence. Me trying to figure out how they won in Vietnam and Korea. Ellie Whitney inventing the cotton gin. Historical impact of the cotton gin American South. The Russians in Osawik Fortress after getting gassed by the Germans. Alright. Who's not dead? Sound off. Napoleon invades Portuguese royal family. I go to Brazil. 12th century architects. Builds the Tower of Pisa on a clay and mud soil. The rest of the world. Wow. Tilted. So original. Italy. I meant due to that. Finns explaining how they weren't really Axis in World War II. When you've been trying in vain to get the US to join the Allied effort with military aid, but then Pearl Harbor gets bombed by one of the Axis. Oh no. Anyway. Hey Da Vinci. That artwork is looking great so far. When do you think you'll finish it? Leonardo da Vinci. No. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed your stay. See you again tomorrow at 5 PM GMT for more saucy memes. Check out the last episode or the playlist if you haven't already. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Much love.